Hi, Princey. Welcome on YourPedia.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, Princey, let me congratulate you for your selection in prestigious UIUC University in Illinois, and that is for PhD from Masters. So, congrats you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, Princey, you are chemical engineer, and as you know, the purpose of this interaction is to get information from you so that it can be transferred to the students who are interested to pursue such courses in foreign universities. And I'm very sure this interaction is going to be helpful to all of them. So, I start with your brief academic background, which part of India you are from, and how was your academic journey till this particular stage when you decided to go for your PhD abroad.
Okay. So basically, I'm from Kerala, and I completed my BTech in chemical engineering from Government Engineering College, Calicut, which is under Calicut University. And then thereafter, I moved for my master's, which I specialized in process control from Department of Chemical Engineering. And the college which I attended is Government Engineering College, Thrissur. That is under Kerala Technical University. Then thereafter, I had 1 year internship in CSIR Hyderabad, that is in IICT. Then thereafter, I moved to Bangalore, where I secured job in Biocon, where I worked as a senior research associate for 2 years. Then I moved to Shell Chemicals in Bangalore, where I
Mhm,
worked as a research associate for 1.5 years.
mhm.
So within during my tenure in Shell, I worked for a sustainability project, and so thereafter, I mean that is my where I get a what to say interest in working more in the sustainability. So
Okay.
that's the reason I choose this specialization for my PhD.
Okay. So Princey, I can see that you have a very enriched experience in research. I must say, like you have gone to CSIR lab and you have gone to Biocon. You did your job there, and then I think Shell, may you did some internship or you did some kind of project assistantship. So all these are big names as far as your domain is concerned. And you mentioned about process engineering and sustainability in which you got interested. So my question to you is, you were working in CSIR. So what kind of exposure did you get in CSIR? We know there are so many labs of CSIR. What was this particular lab specific for?
Okay. So I worked for Process Engineering and Development Lab,
Okay.
where we are involved in many projects. From like I was involved in extractive distillation of tertiary butyl alcohol using a depuritic solvent. Then that again is a sustainable chemical
Mm-hmm.
for the extractive distillation. It is an innovative method. So I worked for that, and then thereafter, uh, for my period in Biocon, that there also we have been working many projects involved in manufacture of API, that is active pharma ingredients.
Okay. Mm.
So yeah, then in Shell also, I have been involved in experiments, executing the experiments, performing the lab analysis for the recycling of polymers.
Mhm. Mm.
Yes.
So the profile, yeah, go ahead, please.
So the journey of my, in three companies, almost 4+ years, has created me a strong background or strong foundation to get a PhD in this prestigious university.
Mm. Okay,
And
so
here I
Princey,
found one research group that is working in sustainability. So that's how the reason like I applied for this university.
So when we say sustainability is a very general term nowadays, and sustainability is applicable to all branch of knowledge, engineering and otherwise. So when we say sustainability in chemical engineering, what do we actually mean? Sustainability in which domain of chemical
It
engineering?
is mainly the innovation of sustainable materials,
Okay.
because we are now facing many challenges, especially the depletion of fossil fuels.
Mm-hmm.
So, by this innovation of sustainable materials like polymers, we can replace the use of fossil fuels for the production of petroleum products like polymers and other type of products.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the one goal of, one part of this area.
Mm-hmm.
so which I am interested to work in,
Mm. So,
mainly the sustainable materials.
okay. So, Princy, when students decide to go abroad for higher education or in India for higher education, one question comes to their mind is like, should we immediately after masters go for higher education, or should we get some kind of exposure, the kind of exposure which you got in these kind of very very reputed organizations, CSIR, Biocon, and even Shell, which is multinational company. So, what is your advice to such students? Like, after what is the best way to go for PhD program?
So personally, I had my ambition during my studies. After
Mhm.
my masters, I have to work in industries. I just
Okay.
want to know what is the real world situation, what's happening.
Mhm.
Like I need to that will allow me to incorporate I mean, what I learned in my academics. So
Mhm.
after that, if I am more interested, I mean, if I want to explore more on those research area, then I will choose a PhD. That was my I mean, that was my aim during my
Mhm.
studies.
Mhm.
So that's the reason I worked for these industries. And working in these industries, I came to know that mainly in the research-oriented industries like this Biocon and Shell Chemicals, where I came to know that we need to explore or we need to gain more knowledge in those areas, so that uh, like mm, uh, so that that will make us to um, like what to say. um,
Maybe it becomes more, your decision to go for research will be more, I'll say, thoughtful decision, and you identify the domain for you to go for a particular domain in PhD. Because when you work there, you get exposure, and then you decide very well that okay, this is the domain for me, and I want to go for that. So maybe that exposure helped you there, Princey. Can we say that way?
yes. uh, okay, so working in these industries were like sorry sir, I have I'm just
No issue, no
uh,
issue. But whenever I interact with the candidates of a similar experience which you had, like CSIR Labs or Biocon or Shell, whenever I interact with the people, they say that such kind of exposure is very very helpful in these industries, because from there only you get to know, like, okay, this is the place where I want to go for. And otherwise also we could have got a PhD program, but the experience which we get here is actually helpful in getting best out of the PhD program, because you have now, as you said, 4+ years of experience. Now, if I compare you with some fresh master's student who will go for PhD, so the kind of benefit he can get in this, a PhD, will your experience of these 4 years will be, helping you a lot in doing your PhD very well. Do you really think that way?
yes, yes. This 4 years of my experience in research area will more helpful for me. Like already I exposed to that kind of paper journal reading and uh, uh, what else? Like executing the lab experiments.
Mm.
So yeah, I had that exposure during my
Research
uh,
experience in these organizations.
yeah. So that will I know that will really help me for during my PhD course.
Hmm. Now, Princey, tell me one thing. Students after masters or BTech, they feel that okay, let's go for job. Why to study a lot? I mean, PhD after all is a higher education course. So why to keep on studying? You've done BTech, you've done MTech, and then now you're going for PhD. Why not, job in some companies, reputed companies like Biocon or Shell? So why at the first place you thought of okay, let's go for higher education, and not continue with Biocon or Shell and any other company?
In my perspective, in that way, when if you are doing a PhD or course or like, because during your masters and bachelors you will be focusing on theoretical learning, there won't be much exposure to the executing the experiments and all. But if you are going for a PhD, you will be little bit you will be confident that I mean you can improve your problem solving skills. Then innovative ideas. Like you will be collaborating with many expertises in that field, so in that particular field. So
Mhm.
by collaborating with them, you can improve your problem solving skills and innovative ideas that you can uh,
Mm.
introduce in your working atmosphere.
Mm. Okay, and when we talk about PhD, Prince, you have options to do PhD from India also and abroad also. I ask this question to all my students also, like when they take admission in India or to take admission abroad. I ask this question. I'm asking this to you also. Why at the first place you decided to go for PhD in United States instead of India or some other place? Yeah.
Personally, I'm a person who like to explore the place. That is one thing. But
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, the thing which the US influenced me is the area which I selected. In
Mm-hmm.
many of the institutes in India is not even started yet.
Okay.
That means
Mm.
I need to work. I mean, I'm like to work for the homogeneous catalyst process for the for the synthesis of sustainable polymers. But in
Okay.
many in the Indian research institutes are focusing on heterogeneous catalyst. So
Mm.
that is one thing I observed. I mean, which I compared Indian institutes with the American institutes. So this is one
Mm.
thing which I found in my selected universities. So that's the one thing
Okay.
which I choose abroad. And
Mm.
moreover, our Indian institutes, there are many there is a lack of lab infrastructure that will
Mm.
affect our research quality and also outcomes. So
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. So when you say outcome, is it you're talking about the research outcomes or you're talking about the outcomes of the PhD as a course?
It's a research outcomes, I should say.
Hmm. What about the opportunities? When you complete your doctorate, then the opportunities which you are going to get from US, you must have done some kind of analysis of that also. Let's say 3 years down the line or 4 years down the line, once you complete your PhD, what is in your mind, Prince? You have healthy experience of couple of organizations also. So what is in your mind? What after PhD?
After my PhD, my future goal is to come back to India. And I know there are many companies working in the sustainability areas. For example, BSF, even the Shell
Mm.
Chemicals, Dow Chemicals. So
Okay.
these are the main what should I say? It's a top Indian companies which is currently in this research area, and they're getting enough funds to continue their research in this particular area.
Okay.
So
Mm.
yeah, I would come back to India and I will join this any of these any of these research
Wonderful.
oriented industries.
Yeah, so that is a wonderful idea because getting international exposure and getting working in the new domains in which maybe research facilities are still in the infancy state in India. So doing that and coming back and contributing to certain organizations, contributing to the society in the form of your research, that is a wonderful idea. Now, Prissy, my next question to you is when students decide to go abroad, something comes to their mind is like. Maybe a lot of money will be spent in applications or in going to these universities and maybe the kind of scholarship which we are going to get. So my next question to you is like how was this entire process for you? How much money you spent in this entire process in writing your exams application to the universities? So far what will be the amount of how much you must have spent by now, and you will go to US, you will spend some more money. So for a student who is listening to you, what he should keep in mind that how much money is required, and the second is like, what is the process? What exams we need to qualify for this GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, and what should be the typical credentials?
Okay, so if I talk about expenses, I applied for almost 10 plus universities, almost if I'm not wrong, 14 universities I applied.
Okay.
But in this universities, fortunately, I got almost 11 universities application fee waiver.
Okay.
Uh, so only two universities only I applied. I mean, like I have given that application fee, almost
Mhm.
$100 or something like that.
Okay. Mm.
So almost 11 universities I got the application fee waiver based
Mhm.
on my academic and research experience. Even
Mhm.
Princeton and Yale also has given me the application fee waiver. So that is
Okay.
one thing which I felt really helpful. Then apart from that, I have given Duolingo test. I didn't give any IELTS or TOEFL or something like that because many universities are accepting Duolingo.
Mm-hmm.
So that is comes around 6,000 something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't remember the
Mm-hmm.
exact.
Mm-hmm.
So then um then for the visa process, that's it. So this is um, the expenses which I
Mm.
uh,
Okay, so you just mentioned that you're not written GRE, TOEFL, IELTS. You
no.
were mentioning something about Duolingo. What is that?
Duolingo is same like a this English examination test only,
Mm-hmm.
but it will be like online, not like IELTS or something like that. The same
Okay.
thing we have the speaking, then what the IELTS is having the same, but
Okay.
we are
Mm-hmm.
doing in the as a online. That
So
is a
what is the advantage of
there is
that?
a flexibility in the dates. Like if you are taking the dates like 1 week or 2 weeks, there will be a flexibility that when whichever the date is comfortable for you, you can take the test on that date. So
Mm. And what is the advantage of that? Why you wrote that? I mean, instead of IELTS.
uh, it's a bit easy as compared to IELTS because
Okay.
this is not a face-to-face interaction. I mean, like uh,
Mm.
as I mentioned, it is online,
Mm.
but it is following the same pattern like IELTS and TOEFL, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it is like a stress-free, I should say.
Okay, so if it is it's easier and stress free, every
And
student
one
should
more
write
thing, it
it.
is a time consuming. Like
Okay.
if you're going for IELTS, we should wait for I don't know around 1 month or something like that for the result. But
Okay.
this result will come within 10 days or something, within 5 days or
Okay.
something
Good.
like that.
Mm. So
Within
is it
five
like
days, I think.
alternate to IELTS? I mean, all universities will accept it or what?
Even Princeton and Yale, yeah, they are accepting the Duolingo.
Okay. So I think we should advise our students to go for it because you are mentioning all the virtues and benefits of this. So maybe they can think of this. Now, Princey, maybe my next question to you is related to scholarship. There's another thing, when we think of PhD, we think of scholarship because without scholarship, it is difficult to go for this research program. So how much typically I mean, scholarship you can get in PhD programs?
For me, this university offers me around $36,000
Oh, wonderful.
for
Mm.
UIC, and I got admitted to one more university, that is Virginia Commonwealth University.
Oh,
There I
mm.
received $32,000. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, the UIC, they are offering the relocation allowance also around $1,000.
Mm. What is that? Relocation? I mean, from India to that country, you are saying?
Yes, yes. Like
Okay.
it's like relocation expenses they are giving
Mm.
with our second month stipend.
Mm. So, student asked that 36,000 which you are mentioning, is it after tax or a tax will be deducted from this?
Uh, from this tax will be deducted.
Okay. So Princey, now tell me, I mean, 36, see, $6,000 simply means $3,000 per month. And how much is the typical expenditure, for Indian students, and how much can be the saving out of it?
For me, through my interaction with my seniors, I mean, seniors in the sense who is currently studying in the UIC, they're telling this is um, like the living expense is very low in this area, in Urban and Champion.
Okay. Mm.
So we'll get the rooms, apartments available within like $400, something like that,
Good.
per month.
Mm-hmm.
So it is around 40% less as compared to other
Yes.
areas, other
Mm-hmm.
states in the same Illinois.
Mm.
So yeah, in that way, the expense is very less here. And from their experience, I mean, they were telling like we can save more than half.
Mm. Maybe
So
$1,500 plus you can say you'll be a rich lady that way because
that's what
1,500
they're
means
saying.
it is more than 1 lakh in Indian currency. You can save, Prince, if I'm not wrong. That is wonderful, actually. Now coming to your background, chemical engineering. Though you mentioned about a couple of research areas, process engineering, sustainability. Will you please tell all the students who are listening to you what are the main research domains for chemical engineering? I mean, which areas they should focus on where they can get, yeah, these kind of
Okay.
opportunities.
So I think there are many areas for the chemical engineers candidates to explore, especially in this one because everywhere even the government itself, they are giving more funds for this sustainability and environmental problems to address the environmental challenges. So this is
Mm.
one of the area which we can
Okay.
focus.
Mm-hmm.
Next is computational engineering, complex
Okay.
fluids, and
Mm-hmm.
then biomaterials,
Mm-hmm.
synthesis of manufacture of biomaterials,
Mm-hmm.
like biomass based materials,
Mm-hmm.
and also even the recycling of what I mentioned earlier, recycling of the petroleum products into
Okay. Mm.
biodegradable materials, which has the properties like reusability and environmental friendly. So these are the main areas I think. Even all the universities, all the institutes are focusing, like even the funding. I mean, they are getting more funding in this area.
Okay.
So there are many projects in many institutes, many universities.
Mm.
Apart from that, I should say in the pharmaceutical engineering, that also the chemical engineering students can explore, uh, like the manufacture and design development of the API drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That also one of the area.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, these are some of the areas in which they can think of going, right? Okay, so now, Prissy, coming to the duration, another thing which students really fear about PhD program is duration, time duration of completion. So in India that is not very fixed. I mean, after masters also it may take 4.5 years to 6 years. That is how it goes from institute to institute. So what is the duration of PhD in your university in US? Is it fixed, and how much is the duration?
I should say it is not fixed, though it is for 5 years. But if we have a research paper of at least four, I mean, if you're meeting that credit score, then you will be graduated. So there is no, like, I know the people who completed 3 years, within 3 years of
Mm-hmm.
the PhD, then
Mm-hmm.
4 years, maximum 5 years. That's it. So if you have a good papers, like research papers of maximum
Mm-hmm.
four, then that would
Mm-hmm.
be enough here to complete your graduation.
So depending upon your work, it varies from 3 years to 5 years.
Yes, three years
Yeah.
to 5 years,
Now,
and you
now
will
if
get a degree with like a master's with PhD.
okay, now what is the meaning of that?
That means the degree here means if you're going for PhD means it will be a
Only
PhD degree.
PhD.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but here from US you will be getting a PhD, that is master's integrated with the PhD.
Okay, so let me ask you another question now related to this information. Suppose after 2 years, a student feels fatigue and he wants to quit, and he says, "Okay, I want to take MS and go away." Is it possible there?
That I'm not aware actually,
Okay,
because that is against the policies and
ethics.
regulations for the international students.
Yeah.
So
Okay, but that is I think, yeah, because in some places I've heard of it, like students may take masters and continue with their PhD little later if they want to take a break. But that is a norm in some of the universities. But maybe in your case, I think it is PhD plus masters only. Okay, Princey, now if some student is in masters and he's planning to go for PhD the way you have done, so how much time is required for this entire process? I mean, starting with your applying for universities, how much time he should keep? Like today he starts applying, so up to what time? How many
So I
months?
started applying universities from I prepared start, I mean, like preparing my documents and all. Uh, that I started from last October
Mhm.
2023.
Okay,
Uh, so I have prepared my CV, recommendation letters, then all the docs. Then what else? Yeah. So these all docs I started preparing from October onwards. Then I started applying from November, like after shortlisting the professors, universities. I started applying from November. Then till Jan 15th, I applied to the universities. Then I waited for almost 15 days. After Jan 30, I received the two offer letters on the same date. So
okay.
I think uh, for me, it took around 6 months.
Okay.
I should say.
So 6 months may
Like
you get the
prepare,
opportunities.
uh,
Mm.
preparation of for the docs,
Mm.
then a application to the universities, and waiting period for the offer letter.
Mm. Okay. So, how did you decide that you will apply in Yale and Princeton also, and Ivy League universities also? So, what are the criterias, Princey, which makes you think that okay, you should apply in top, uh, universities also?
Mainly because I had a good research experience, 4 years of research experience,
Mm.
and I secured the GPA that meets the criteria, minimum criteria. I had almost here 9.1 for my master's and 8.56 for my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, I worked for these two reputed organizations
Mm.
that is mainly research oriented.
Mm.
So I thought like I should apply,
Mm.
I should try for these universities.
Good. Now, asking you a very straight question: the student who is listening to you and wants to make his or her self-assessment, whether he or she can get into, some universities. So, what are the credentials? What you will suggest? I mean, what kind of typical credentials they should have so that they should think of getting admit in these kind of universities?
I think they should have a strong foundation of the research area that they wanted to explore because
Mm.
like in my experience when I applied for Virginia Commonwealth University, the professor who interviewed me, she didn't focus on my previous marks or how much I secured or something like that. She just want to know what is my research area, what is my experience in that particular area,
Mhm.
uh, like so that I can like I can pursue in PhD in that specialization, I mean that particular field. So she interviewed me, and then she recommended department for me to like for this fall intake. Uh,
Mhm.
so in many universities they will take the words of the professors, but yeah, there are some universities who they will decide by the program coordinator, something like that. They won't take the words from the professor. So uh, if the students doesn't have a good marks or doesn't secure any good marks in their bachelor's and masters, but if they have a strong background in the research area which they really wanted to explore,
Mhm.
yeah, surely they just go and try.
So that means
There
there are
are,
many parameters.
yeah, it depends.
Mm.
I think it depends on the universities, depends on the professors, and yeah.
Mhm. So, as you mentioned that professor interviewed you, Princey. So, does that mean for every PhD selection, professor is going to have interview with you?
No. For this UIC, no one has interviewed. I communicate with the professors, but they just told me to apply to the universities. You have a good profile, so just apply to directly apply to the university because they can't take the decision. That's what I said.
Mm.
I mean, many universities they won't take the words of the professors. So,
Mhm.
especially top universities, even Princeton, Yale, and all. If you are connecting with the professors, I think uh, like there is a less chance. I mean, like
Mm.
the
Mm.
department connect,
Mm.
like
Mm.
the
Okay.
professors, the role of the professors in this application reviewing and all. But
Mm.
if you are going for type three type of universities, uh,
Mm.
if you're directly connecting with the professors, there had a more chance of getting admitted to.
Okay. So that means there are two kind of.
That's what I came to know. I mean, like because I had three tiers of universities, like top top tier university, then tier two, tier three.
Mm.
So tier one, no one. I'm like even I had a positive reply from the professors. The university didn't even take their words.
Okay. So tier one universities may you need to go through the university route,
Yes, university,
and tier three may maybe. Yeah.
and one more surprising fact is most of top universities they won't see your academic curriculum. They will just
Okay.
focus on extracurricular activities, even the
Okay.
Princeton and Yale. Because I asked for the explanation why they didn't take my I mean like my application. So what they're telling is we need to focus on more extracurricular activities because I don't have any research paper yet.
Mm-hmm.
Even a single paper I
Extracurricular
didn't
means
publish
research
any.
paper, or what do you mean
I
by
didn't publish
extracurricular?
any research papers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
During my masters and during my employment also, I didn't publish any. Maybe they're looking for that area. I mean, the
Okay.
candidates who is have extra
Okay.
done in the conference papers, presentation, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So that means other than your curriculum marks and all academics marks, you look for research papers, publications, something like that.
Yes. May,
Hmm.
maybe some universities they will look for that too.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, Prissy, what typical questions do they ask? I mean, when you have the interview, what professor expect from you? What do they ask?
They directly ask me what is your working background, and in which project you are working, and how you can related this work, or how much you are confident to work in the US labs, and um, yeah, so what makes you to select this area.
Okay.
um,
Hmm. So
it was
when
just for half an hour, but they didn't check my background academic details. They just check my current detail and how it is matching with the research area which I selected in that university.
okay, okay, Prissy, so when you thought of applying abroad, why you thought of US? Why not Europe or other countries are there? Good universities are there. Why US only?
I know I applied even to Europe also, in
Okay.
Ireland, Sweden, but I got rejection from Sweden, but for Ireland I didn't able to appear one interview.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
You are still waiting for some more results of the universities?
No, already my visa interview has done, and it get approved. I'm waiting for my passport.
So finally you've decided for this university UIUC only, right?
Yes, it is done.
Good. And what are the typical career opportunities which explore after you can explore after PhD is done? Is it like jobs in academics or in industries? If you want to pursue in US, and if you want to come back to India, what is in your mind? Academics or what?
Not academics right now. I want to work in the industries.
Okay. So the kind of industries you have worked earlier, right?
Sorry.
So the kind of industries in which you have worked earlier, because they're very good,
Yes, yes,
Shell, Bicon and all,
yes,
similar
yes, same.
industries.
Right.
So how your PhD will be giving you better career than your masters if you work in these industries?
I didn't get the
So
question.
how come your PhD is going to give you better career, Princey, in these industries? You are working already in that, but with PhD, how you think career will be better?
Uh, that's what with PhD already we have spent 5 years of 5 years there in continuing the research activities, and
Mm,
in addition to that we will able to chance to collaborate with the leading experts in this area,
mm,
and also we are working in the more sophisticated lab facilities.
mhm,
So I think I will be more confident, or it will be help me to improve my all the innovative skills, problem solving skills. Uh, like the person who earned within 10 years of experience, I can earn for within 5 years of this PhD degree. I
true,
I
true,
believe that.
true. Because
So I
we
can
we
I can apply. Yeah. So
mm,
so that's what I if I join in this type of industries, I think it will be more helpful for me to achieve my career aspirations.
Wonderful. Okay, Princey, so that everything brings us to an end of this wonderful session. All my queries which I wanted to have with you, I have got it. Now, anything you want to tell the viewers, the students who are listening to you, anything you want to tell them?
I should say my gratitude towards the YourPedia, because I started applying the PhD from 2022. I guess yes, from 2022.
Mhm.
That time I don't have any idea like how to mail the professors, or how to classify or categorize the universities, your area and all. Because no, that time I was working in the biocon. So um, I'm like bit confused where to start, like applying the universities and all. So 2023, I think August, I joined the YourPedia. I enrolled there, and uh, through the classes and through the video sections, through the recordings, I got an idea, or clarification that how to select the professors, or how to find the professors, how to find your universities, and and also documentation part that really help. I mean, the mentors in the YourPedia, they really helped me a lot for preparing my CV, resume, and motivation letters, everything. Yeah, so that's one thing, and also during the application and after application during the I-20 DS-160 form application filling everywhere, I seek the um, assistance from your PDM mentors, Kailash sir, Rahul sir. So they helped me a lot in that area, and they had given me Kailash sir has given me a mock interview, and so I prepared like a lot for my interview after that mock, because I came to know how should I present there in the visa interview. But fortunately, they didn't ask me anything because it's a fully funded program. So they didn't ask me anything. They just asked me like, "Are you worked in the nuclear power plant?" I said no. Maybe because I am a chemical engineer. That's the reason they have asked that question. And then they asked me like whether it is a fully funded. Yes, I said yes, it is a fully funded program. Then they just said my visa got approved.
Okay.
So during my entire journey, these personalities has played an important role uh, in my life, like my PhD journey. So I should
Mm,
say my gratitude to these personalities.
okay.
Kailash sir, Rahul sir, and the documentation expert Angit Gupta.
Mm.
So yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Thanks from all these mentors to you also. You gave them chance for this, all the things. They're wonderful team of mentors, no doubt. Princey, that brings us to an end of this entire session, and we wish you all the very best for your academic journey ahead. I must say that the kind of decision you have taken after working in these wonderful organizations, you thought of going for higher education abroad. Not only that, you are thinking of learning from there and coming back to India, and giving back to
yes.
India. That is even better. That is, maybe we need it. So we wish you all the very best, and thanks for your time
Thank you,
once
sir.
again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.